Alright, so back in episode 63, I shared a recipe from one of my favorite chefs, Sheldon Simeon, from his new cookbook, Cook Real Hawaii. So today, I'm going to share his recipe for fried garlic noodles, a quick and easy way to jazz up your ramen. The first thing we're going to make is some fried garlic. His recipe calls for a microwave, but since I don't own one, we'll be doing it the old-fashioned way. So in a small pot, add a few tablespoons worth of a neutral oil like canola. Then using a microplane or a garlic press, add 5 to 7 garlic cloves. Speaking of garlic cloves, how weird is this one? It's a perfect teardrop shape, almost like a garlicky Hershey's Kiss. Anyway, place over medium-low heat. While that's slowly heating up, we're gonna need a pan or a plate, a small bowl, and a fine mesh strainer. Lay a few pieces of paper towel down to suck up any excess oil. This dish utilizes garlic 3 ways, including the reserved garlic oil. This is where the strainer and bowl come in. Once you start to see some bubble action happening, give it a quick stir every few seconds or so. The garlic will go from pale to golden brown fairly quick, so keep an eye on it. As soon as this happens, remove it from the heat and strain the garlic. Spread the fried garlic out in a thin layer to allow it to dry faster, then season with kosher salt. Reserve the oil for later. I'm using fresh ramen, but instant works too. You can check out episode 42 to learn how to make your own. But you do you. Throw the nudes into the boiling water. Whenever you're making a noodle dish, even pasta, and you're going to be cooking it again in a pan afterwards, you're going to want to just slightly undercook it. This way it doesn't overcook and become mushy when it's frying in a pan. This step is also completely optional, but I think it gives the noodles a much better texture in the end. Strain the noodles and add them to a big bowl of cold water. The water will remove the excess starch, stopping the noodles from sticking together, and keep them more noodly during the frying process. Once the noodles are chilled, completely strain them. You want as little water remaining as possible. That way they fry in the pan, not steam. I'm also adding a small amount of the garlic oil to help ensure they don't stick. Heat the pan over medium-high heat and add the remaining garlic oil. When the oil just starts to shimmer, add a few cloves of grated garlic and saute until it just becomes fragrant, if your house didn't smell enough like garlic already. Add the noodles and stir fry until they're completely coated in the garlic oil. The funny thing is, with the amount of garlic in this dish, it's not overpowering at all. Then season with soy sauce, oyster sauce, which is a thick sauce made from, well, oysters, and is packed with umami, kosher salt, and freshly cracked black pepper. The last thing we're going to add is what I think completely makes this dish, and that's dashi powder. I've made dashi before in previous episodes, but this is hondashi, an instant powder version. It essentially takes the flavor of the dish and ramps it up by about 1 million. It can be found at most Asian grocers, but I'll leave a link in the description to grab one for yourself. All that's left is to thinly slice some green onion for garnish. Then bust out your fanciest bowl, pile in the nudes, and top with the fried garlic and thinly sliced green onion. And that's it! Fried garlic noodles. As is, this makes a pretty quick snack, but toss in some veggies and a protein and you've got a pretty good meal. I'll have links in the description for the cookbook and dashi as well as the equipment I used. And if you like my channel and are interested in supporting it, you can check out my Ko-fi page. I'll be adding some tier level memberships with bonus content shortly, but in the meantime, any little bit helps and is appreciated. But liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing are the easiest and freest ways to help me make new content each and every Wednesday. Thanks for watching, and stay awesome.